Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Isadora. I'm from the European Leadership University. I am the program manager here, and I'm working in collaboration with our faculty and head of product to give life to new programs at ELU. And today I'm joined by Rainier, our faculty in the Tech MBA program, which is our brand new program, which will be the topic for today as well. So maybe Rainier, you could give a little introduction about yourself before we start talking about the Tech MBA.
Yeah, thank you, Isidore. Always a pleasure to be with you in the Tech
Your
MBA.
sound is a little disconnected now.
Okay, now it should be better. Is it okay?
Now
Okay.
it's a little.
Let me try if I talk a bit slower.
It's disconnected again now. I think it's a bad connection.
No, it's very strange. This is
Disconnected again. Okay.
I'm not on this click. Okay. Let's see if things are going better now. Isidora, you hear me?
I can hear you, but your sounds strange.
Actually, you're talking to my avatar. That's it.
Mhm. Is there any way you could? Is there any way you can disconnect your headphones or?
I have this. Okay, now I'm using the.
Yes, now it's perfect.
Now it's perfect. That's
Yes.
strange. I just disconnected the mic, my very professional Yeti microphone, and now I'm having a better connection. Okay,
Yes.
so much for this. Excuse me, all of you. This was a technical glitch. That's always will happen. Murphy is always around the corner. Okay, getting back to my introduction. I'm the Dean of Faculty for the Tech MBA, connected to ELU. I have a long career. Started out with Apple Computer in already the 90s. Worked there for a long time. Started my own company, Basta Group, IT management consultancy. We did reasonably well. Changed that to from IT management consultancy to, let's say, more data management, AI, and digital transformation around 2015, because we saw that digital was going to be the next area where organizations were going to get their new benefits and their new competitive advantage. So we really looked into how can technology and digital and data help organizations. Well, as we see now, that exploded actually in the last, let's say, 8 years. We saw the rise of artificial intelligence, augmented reality, digital printing, you name it. There's a lot of technologies helping companies to deliver better products, smarter operations, new ways of working. So that's why we decided to set up the Tech MBA, because there's still a lot of demand for managers, professionals who not only understand let's say the traditional way of managing, but especially, let's say the digital ways of managing. That includes technology and data, but it includes also ways of working like agile and Scrum and Teams and the way well, we all know the Spotify example. So we will go into the details later, but the program is really geared towards those people who really want to understand technology and want to understand new ways of working that come with those technologies. Sorry, Isidore, maybe a bit long introduction, but
No problem. Thank you for the introduction. So I'm going to talk about how the agenda for today is going to work. It's going to be a 30-minute session, more or less. We're going to talk about the program, what it is like, how the journey is, the application process, any other topics you might find interesting, anything you want to ask at the end. And you can share them in the comments box, and then we'll answer them at the end of the session if we haven't done so during. So let's start talking about the program. So, why are we doing a tech MBA? So, we know that the demand and the need is quite obvious in today's organizations and world. So, Rainier, maybe you can talk a little bit more.
yeah, well, I talked about it already a little bit in my
Yeah.
introduction, and now we can maybe elaborate a bit on that. Um, with the rise of, let's say, all the digital tools that we had, and especially also the rise of the new algorithms that can analyze data, we suddenly realized that there's more to do digital transformation than ERP and CRM. I mean, with all the data that we generate within the company, but also outside the company, and all the data that we generate with our smartphones and smart apps and these guys, these Fitbits, you get such a lot of data that we realize that if you analyze that, you can do actually get real good insights. And with the technologies available, and especially the algorithms available, we can predict what is going to happen based on the data that we have. And with those predictions that we can make based on data and big data, we can make better business decisions. So we can run our organizations smarter, faster, more efficient, uh, and we can deliver new products. So the combination of data and technology offers a lot of competitive advantages for organizations. But with those digital transformation, there's also sort of, let's say, cultural transformation. You need to develop those technologies, those propositions in a different way than we did, let's say, in the former century. So soft skills of innovation, design thinking, agile development, test, develop, fail, learn in a rapid cycle is going to be much more important. So the Tech MBA is geared towards, let's say, the hard skills, but also the soft skills necessary for, let's say, the coming decade.
Yeah.
And I think that's the gist and the core of the program, Isidore.
Yeah, I think it's very important also, like, to learn the hard skills and the soft skills, because some people just forget about the soft skills.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's absolutely important. I mean, coding and understanding about data and technical infrastructure is useful, but a creative and innovative mindset is as well very important. Emotional and social intelligence is important. Uh, Communicating and persuasion of, let's say, your management is important thing. Critical thinking, good, clear decision making. There's
yeah,
all elements, let's say, the more softer skills that are relevant in managing in the coming decade.
yeah. So for the next slide, we're going to talk a little bit about the uniqueness of the program. So how it differs from traditional like MBA programs.
Well, Isidore, I think it's different in that sense that it's a sort of add on the more traditional MBAs. I mean, I did an MBA in Erasmus University in Rotterdam quite a while ago, and there we learned about finance and economics and processes, which are still relevant. But the addition that this program will give, it will build upon, let's say, a sort of basic knowledge of how to run an organization. We will offer you all those new insights to reap the fruits of digital and data. So we will talk about, as the slide says, how do you do a digital transformation? Suppose you're an organization and your CEO understands the value of data and sees the opportunities of technologies supporting the business strategy. Then how are you going to actually implement that? And then for that you need to understand the business strategy, but also how to set up a digital strategy. Uh,
Yeah.
and data-driven leadership is one of those elements that come within a digital transformation or a digital strategy, because data is already in the organization, but often it is somewhere in Excel sheets hidden under desks. What you want to do is you want to get all that data in the cloud, preferably, or at least in a data warehouse, data lake, so you can do analytics on a collective set of data and not just a siloed set of data. And that is that will give you much more valuable insights in how to run your business.
Yeah. I wanted to add also, it's not just for like tech companies, it's for every kind of business that you can
Absolutely,
apply this
absolutely.
to.
Yeah. No. I mean, a tech MBA. Let's be very clear about that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's confusing, but tech is going to be incorporated in every company,
Yeah.
from small to large, from local to international. Technology and digital and data is going to be of importance for every company. And I mean, see how technology is and data is ingrained in every company. I mean, we do everything with data.
Yeah.
So you need to
Um,
understand a bit about that.
yeah, it's very important. So, how about talk a little bit about the curriculum, like the topics, some details, duration, etc., so people know how the program works.
Yeah, well, these are the modules. So it's a 1.5 year program consisting of 15 modules with a final project. And what we try to do is to give you a, let's say, bird's eye view of all the technologies that are available at this moment. Uh, Starting with let's say, an introductory model of digital transformation and strategy in more general terms. And there we will talk about the digital feedback loop, a very nice framework from Microsoft that is a very good help in understanding where in your business technology can support. But then again, how technology can support your business is very depending on your overall business strategy. So we make a very clear link between business strategy, digital strategy, data strategy, and technology strategy, because that's a cascading relationship that's there. Then we start with AI and machine learning in business. Very practical. We'll talk a bit about algorithms and how they work, supervised, unsupervised learning. But we will really focus on what it will do in your organization, how it can help in your organization. And with the production of Chat GTP and DALL-E, there are so many new opportunities for people in business and for businesses at large to help to be helped by AI algorithms. Um, So that's what we're going to talk about. Then business strategy and AI. What are the, let's say, the enabling capabilities that you want to have in your organization to work with all those data and digital technologies? Um, there's a bunch, but one of the more important one is the data analytics and data management. That's a large chunk of the enabling capability. So data management, data governance will come, will pass on the agenda. And then how do you lead a data-driven organization? So what are the actions that you want to take to make your organization really data-driven? And there it is. Of course, data and technology is important. You need to have your analytics infrastructure in place, but the cultural change is even more important. So how do you create that data culture, that data literacy that you want to have in your organization, so that all your colleagues can work with data, or at least understand data? And not everybody has to become a data scientist, but sort of fit for purpose understanding of data and how it can help your organization is very useful. So then robotic process automation, RPA, is another module. Immersive technologies, virtual reality, augmented reality, how will that help your organization? There's wonderful use cases of technology companies who have those goggles, and they can see, let's say, the inner workings of the machine, and you can the support colleague can see what he has to do or get support. Well, really interesting. Blockchain, cryptocurrencies, a bit more financial, but I think also a very relevant part of say the digital possibilities. The cryptocurrencies are going to a sort of dark night, but still it is relevant to understand a bit about that. The Internet of Things, IoT and digital twins, connected products, products as a service. I think there's that module is going to be packed with information on how you can improve your products. We have great examples of, of course, Tesla is the one we all know, but there's another really nice example of a tire company, Goodyear, that created, let's say, sensors in their tires, and they can see the wear and tear and understand when a tire on a car or a vehicle should be changed. But then another nice follow-up of that is they saw that some vehicles had a wear and tear that was much harder than others. So they decided to set up a driving school where the drivers who had the car with the high wear and tear learned to let's say easier accelerate and easier brake. So it was an unexpected outcome of connected tires. Well, then the soft part of going along with digital and data in your organization. So how do you do technology leadership? So how do you work with technology in your organization and make it alive and kicking for your company and your colleagues? Agile product management is the we talked about that. That's all going to do with Scrum ideas, Spotify models, and then initiating driving change. That is often forgotten in this context, but change and change management is really important to make sure that the colleagues that are let's say affected by technology or have to go work with technology are willing to embrace that. I mean, if you just force it upon them, they probably won't like it. But if you have a good change management program, training and understanding, then they will adapt much more easily. Growth hacking is how do you use the modern technologies of social, for instance, to improve the customer base of your organization, and then human-centered innovation that has all to do with how design thinking and how can we really create new products, new hard and soft products that are getting the buy-in of the people that want to use it. I mean, a user interface can have so many appearances, but some are really smooth and easy to use. Some products are smooth and easy to use. So that's what we're going to focus on. And then innovative and sustainable business models. How can you create a business model? How can you make money while still being innovative, being sustainable, being circular? So that is the let's say the new values or visions that an organization should have. And then the final project, that's a project of your own choice, and it is quite an intense project, but we'll have within the European leadership, we have that, let's say, that collaborative virtual approach, where you don't have to do it yourself all alone. You'll get support groups, interaction groups. So that is a great final of this course.
Where you put everything you learned together.
Exactly. That's a good phrase to summarize it all, Isadora. Thank you.
You're welcome. So the next slide, it's about the learning experience for the people that are going to take the Tech MBA. So I can tell you guys a little bit more about that. It is a community-based learning, like all of our other programs at ELU. So they're quite interactive and also community-based. Since we know it's an online program, can be hard, a little bit isolating if it's not interactive. So you're going to become part of this community with your other peers, with peers all around the world, with the faculty members, with the mentors, the facilitators. So you're not going to be alone doing it. So we're going to have a lot of engagement, even if online. So we do that with different methodologies. So, for example, we have action learning methodology in the programs where peers get together. They can have peer support, coaching from each other, learn from each other, understand what everyone is going through during their journey. So it's a nice community activity. Then you have also the workshops that you participate on a regular basis. There's also mentoring sessions. It can be individually or group sessions where the participants get a little bit deeper into the topics. If they encounter any challenge or anything, you can ask your mentor. Your peers are also going to be in mentoring sessions. Maybe you can be group or individually, like I said. So it's good to learn also from other people's challenges. So I already said it's community based, but there's also a self paced learning element. So it's kind of a balance between the both of them. So you're also going to be like learn at your own pace. Um, there's also a lot of flexibility. I know most of the people are working full time, have tight schedules, but they also want to invest in their professional development. So we have that flexibility. It's a part time learning journey. So the schedule of the program is always adjusted to the participants' time zones, to their daily lives. So they can attend the workshops live instead of watching a recording. So it's usually at the end of the day after work. Um, all of these activities are usually later, so everyone can participate. And yeah,
Yeah, if I may add, Isidora, maybe I'm running ahead of the slides, but we are putting our money, our mouth where our money is. So we use the Canvas, a real,
yeah,
very professional online learning environment. We're using Slack to connect everybody in a very easy way. We can use Huddle within Slack to set up a video connection. Isidora and I are very much available for interaction with you. So it is virtual and alone, but definitely not lonely.
yeah.
And that I think is a very important element in the way we have set up this program.
Yeah. And also talking about Canvas, it's the learning platform that we use. That's where like all the communication is centered and structured. So you're going to see the flow of all of the learning. It's going to be there. You're gonna have your assignments there. It's very like easy interface for everyone to understand. So it's a very important part of the program as well.
Yeah.
Um, and then to talk about applications and admissions process a little bit. So what are the first steps if you're interested in the program? So obviously visit the website, download the brochure, read it over so I can have a little bit more information, and then you can apply. So our ideal students is someone with a bachelor. Already have an MBA. It's different than the MBA. It's a tech MBA. So, but also you might not have one. It's not necessary. And then probably a couple of years of working experience and of obviously curiosity in new technologies and ways of working, which is probably why you would apply anyways. Um, and then there's the three-step admissions application, the selection, and the enrollment. It's pretty straightforward. And the master students, those who are doing the MBA, also have a chance to earn a research visa to the Netherlands while doing their studies. So the students that successfully pass the certification stage, they can apply to the research visa in the Netherlands. So that's something that's also, I don't know, important to say. I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah, yes, please. And we have structured this program so that we can offer it at a 200 euros or $200 a month program. So it's the financial investment. We have really tried to keep that on the low end of the spectrum, to make sure that, let's say, the financials are not a barrier to take part in this program. We want as much people be able to follow this. Another thing is, we really encourage also women to enroll, because we see that tech might be associated with men, but it should also be associated with women. There are so many smart women around in this world. So we really would like to see more of them in this tech space. Uh,
Yeah, we
so that's what I
like
want to
yeah, having like being online, I think we can have very diverse students, like culturally and internationally diverse. So it's gonna create like the best results for everyone to like be together and share their story, their history, and learn with each other.
Yeah, we run these programs not for tech MBA but for data science, and it's great to see how students from all over the world, different cultures, different nationalities, different gender, work together in a great atmosphere. So we hope we can set it up for tech MBA also.
Yes. And then to finish our presentation, does anyone has any questions that we can reply? I think someone said, "Hello, I got a question." I just don't see the question yet.
In the comment,
Yeah,
yeah, Andres Felipe Namen has a question.
yeah. But what is the question?
Okay, maybe Felipe. Oh, yeah, there he is.
When does the program start?
We don't have a fixed date yet. What we will do is that we will do, let's say, the promotion for the program this spring and summer, and we will start most likely in November of this year, November 23.
Yeah,
Uh,
around the end of the year.
yeah, and it runs for 1.5 years. Thank you, Andres, for your question.
Question. Mm,
Okay. Maybe Inos has another question.
maybe. Also, if you guys have like more questions that you don't know how to ask now or not, I don't know, have a question later, you can also email me or email Rainier. My email is isadora@elu.nl. Um,
And
Isadora,
mine
like
is
my name is
Renier.
written at elu.nl. Yes. And his is the same. at elu.nl. So you can
Yeah.
also and also send a message through our website, and we'll reply to you as well.
Yeah.
So
Super.
yeah, so if you don't have any more questions, thank you everyone for coming, participating.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rainer, for talking to us as well.
Pleasure,
Um,
Isidora.
yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you all. Bye
Have
bye.
a good day.